perfect player? The perfect team? How about the perfect league? So yes, here we go. We've got the perfect league. It's the Premier League. Of course it's the Premier League, because why the hell not? I've gone with the Premier League. I've made every single player. This is my shortlist. We'll just scroll down now. Going through, every single player is... We'll click on a random player. Chelsea centre-back 3, 20s all across the board. We'll go to Fulham winger 4, 20s across the board. As you can see, every single player is going to be like this. Every single team has exactly the same amount of players, and they're all here for 50 calendar years. And I've got every single player moving to a different Premier League club. So if they'll all retire at a certain point when they get to like 70. Sorry, 50 years, 66? So yeah. They're all two-footed. They've all got perfect hidden attributes as well. I just want to know what's going to happen. What's the game going to make of it? So firstly, what do the media make of it? So the season preview, for some reason, like Newcastle are going to be favourites to win it, 25-1 on. Then it's Wolves in second. Then we've got Bournemouth, Everton, Fulham and Man United, all 300-1. Brentford, Chelsea, Leicester, Tottenham at 350-1. Arsenal, Villa, Brighton, Palace, City, Forest, Southampton, West Ham at 400-1. Leeds and Liverpool at 450. The entire Newcastle team is the media dream 11, but you look at Wolves centre-back, there you go. So I don't know. I guess we've sort of semi-broken the game with this one. But anyway, there's a lot to get through. There's 50 years. We're not going to go through every single year, but we're going to go through and do a bit of a deep dive into certain things. Very interested in this one. They're all English as well. So which players will get into the England team? That's something to consider. Let's go through 1 year and see who wins the first league title. Now, of course, I know they're going to win I know 3 teams go down. That's part of what I want. I want to see if any championship team can come up and can they survive, or will a team go down and not get back up? Also, I'm interested to see how many European trophies the English teams do not win. They're going to win most of them, if not all. But I'm interested to know how many English teams do not win those trophies. We'll see. Anyway, let's go through 1 year and see what happens in the first year. So it was Man City. Man City won the league on 80 points. Wolves coming in second on 66. And you've got Arsenal getting Champions League football, who finished down in 17th. West Ham qualifying for the Europa League. That means they won the... West Ham surely won the Conference League. Yes, they did win the Conference League, like in real life. Leicester getting relegated, Palace getting relegated. Arsenal won the Europa League. Yes, they did. Fulham qualified for the Europa League by winning the FA Cup. In terms of the top 4, well, City and Liverpool are there, and they were scheduled to be towards the bottom. Let's have a look at the award winners then. The Man City winger 3, player of the season. The top goal scorer was Aston Villa forward 2 on 19 goals. 19 goals took the Golden Boot. That does surprise me. I was expecting far more goals than that. The Carabao Cup was won by Manchester United. We've seen the FA Cup was won by Fulham. The Champions League was won by Liverpool. As we've discussed, Arsenal won the Europa League and West Ham won the Conference League. Okay, in terms of the England squad, Gareth Southgate's still there. They did win the 2022 World Cup. Of course they did. They won 5-0 in the final against Portugal, and their entire team was made up of these perfect players. Not a single player was not one of the perfect players. And that's exactly what you'd expect. Exactly what you'd expect. We've got 3 Arsenal players, 6 Chelsea players, 4 Liverpool players, 5 City players, 4 Man United players, and 1 Tottenham player. Interesting. We have a look at the shortlist then. 12 caps for Arsenal fullback 3. And scrolling down, we go down to here. Okay, so now we've just seen Man City win the league. Liverpool were favourites for relegation. Now this season, we've got a bit more of a mix in terms of the media dream 11. The promoted teams, Burnley, Norwich and Blackburn, in the thousands to 1 to win the league. Liverpool, 20-1, all the way down at the bottom. I think these odds have become a little bit more even. Now you've got some teams down there that are rubbish. So maybe in one more season, it'll all be all over the place again. But Newcastle, favourites to win the league yet again. So maybe if these 3 teams get relegated and the other 3 teams come back up from the Championship, that will be... the odds might be all over the place. We'll see. We're going to go through one more year before we do some bigger jumps. The 3 teams to go up were Leicester, West Ham and Palace. Of course they were. Look at this for goal difference. Leicester, 196 goals for, 7 against. They all lost 1, so they lost to Palace, they lost to Leicester, and Palace lost to Leicester. A couple of draws between them. The only team to take points off those 3 perfect teams was Bristol City in a home draw against Palace. And Bristol City actually got relegated. Fancy that. Look at that for absolute sheer domination. Let's have a look at the award winners. So the best player was West Ham winger 4. 35 games, 26 goals, 18 assists at 8.47. Not capped for England, despite having a season of his life. life. The top goal scorer, well, only 35 was top goal scorer. That surprises me because the amount of, I mean, Crystal Palace scored like 180 odd goals. They got 2 players in the 30s. How many other players got in the 10s, 20s? Just look at Palace. I mean, Ricardo Gardner's in charge. Just have a look at the tactics then. So they've got all these perfect players. Who's this Jones? Oh, have a word with yourself, Palace. Get him out of here. Doug Jones. Now, I was going to have a look at a different team then because you've annoyed me, Palace. Have a look at Leicester. Fabio Celestini's in charge. Right, here we go. This is the formation. Forwards. Yeah, so forwards up front. Central midfielders in there. So they're actually playing the players in the appropriate positions. They're not retraining them as such. There might be some retraining going on. We'll look at the shortlist in a minute, but let's go to the Premier Division then. It looks like Southampton have won the Premier League. Well, yeah, looks like they have won the Premier League. 11 points they've won the Premier League by. Tottenham Villa and Everton making up the other Champions League places. Norwich, Blackburn and Burnley going down. Only taking points off of each other, unfortunately. So Liverpool finishing in 10th, getting Champions League football. They have not got a manager. They've won the Champions League 2 years in a row. Going down, Europa League was won by United and Newcastle won the Conference League. So we're all over the place in terms of the actual Premier League table. I mean, look at the amount of goals conceded. Look at the amount of goals scored up here as well. I mean, they did score a lot of goals against some of the lower, lesser opposition. Brentford have won the FA Cup and Bournemouth have won the Carabao Cup. And to be fair, it's World Football of the Year. The first season was won by Vinicius Jr. Liverpool winger 3's won it in the following season. Erling Haaland playing at Bayern Munich. Yes, because of course I had to release every single player. All the players that were in Premier League clubs have gone elsewhere. In terms of England, Gareth Southgate's still in charge. He'll be there as long as he wants. I'm telling you now, he'll be there as long as he wants because he'll be winning everything. And we've still got a split. Everton have snuck a player in. A lot of Liverpool, a lot of City, a lot of Chelsea, 1 Tottenham, couple of Uniteds. Okay, we're going to do some bigger jumps now. We've done 50 years as the simulation, so I'm going to jump through to 10 years now. I'm going to go to 2032. I'm just in the Championship here, and there you go. Leicester, West Ham and Palace went up as we saw. Then Leicester, Fulham and Brentford, who'd come down, went straight back up. Again, absolutely dominating the leagues. Over 200 goals for Leicester. They've yo-yoed, Leicester have. Then it was Leeds, Forest and Palace. Fulham, Chelsea and Arsenal in the 29-30 season. Arsenal and Chelsea getting promoted after relegation. And then Man City have just been promoted via the playoffs in their most recent season, after Brentford went undefeated, scoring 223 goals. So loads of Man City players were in the England squad. Ange Postecoglou's in charge of City as well. Just interesting. Philip Cocu's in charge of England. Thomas Frank, Rafa Benitez, 3.5 years. Eric Ten Hag was there for a bit and resigned. Now it's Philip Cocu. No City players, loads of Southampton players. That looks good for Southampton, doesn't it? How many leagues have Southampton won then? So they won this season, then we went forward and they won it again, back to back. Conference League for Brentford getting relegated. Aston Villa then won and Southampton down in 6th. But look at this, we've got so many Champions League, so many teams getting into Europe because they're winning all the European trophies. Of course they're going to be going in there. Southampton then back. 3 in the first 5 seasons for Southampton. Fair play. Another one. Southampton, Newcastle up in 2nd. Then Wolves have taken one in the season where Arsenal and Chelsea both went down. The following season was Newcastle. Newcastle have won their first title and they followed that up with a second with United, Liverpool, Southampton still in the top 4. The Southampton so far, in my opinion, have probably been the team of the save game, getting Champions League football, probably winning some Champions Leagues. We'll go and have a look at that in a second. There we are. We're up to date. We're all caught up. Thomas Frank's at Chelsea. In terms of Conference Leagues, well, look at this. In the 2030-31 season, Mönchengladbach beat Olympique Lyon. And in the 27-28 season, Schalke beat Bilbao. Vitesse beat Atalanta, so we're not winning every single Conference League. So in this one, yeah, look at this. No English team. Where is all the English teams? Where the hell are all the English teams? And no English teams in the Conference League. Have we surpassed the Conference League in this season? Oh, league phase. No English team was in. No English team made it into the Conference League in those seasons. So they must have got too many teams in the Europa League. In terms of the Europa League, there has been an English team in every single season. And of course, an English team has won it every single season. No team's won it twice in a row. Of course, because they'll qualify for the Champions League. Get you read out your arse, Jay. Arsenal, United, Brentford, Everton, Liverpool, City, West Ham, Arsenal again, Brentford again, and Wolves. Not always an all-English final either. Olympique Lyon getting there. Mönchengladbach getting there. Benfica, that's it. There was the Champions Leagues. twice. It was 2 for Liverpool when we were last here, and it became 3 for Liverpool, all English finals. Then Southampton v Leeds in the final, Everton v Southampton, Liverpool Chelsea, Southampton again beating City, Nottingham Forest against Newcastle, Southampton again against Everton, and most recently Newcastle against Brentford. In terms of the FA Cups, then we've had Aston Villa, Liverpool, Newcastle have come run up a couple of times, but Southampton have won quite a few. Carabao Cup, Southampton again in and amongst it. So Southampton done a clean sweep of the trophies, and I'd say so far, after 10 years, team of the save. I'm going to manage you. Lopetegui got sacked. What? Got sacked. Champions League winners on the 31st of the 5th. Sacked the following season. To be fair, Southampton are probably expected to be there or thereabouts at the top. In terms of the Premier Division then, the season preview, we're back to where we were then. 91-1 for Manchester City, who've just come up. Every bugger else, 300 to 450-1. I'm not going to run through it all, you can see. But yeah, so when all the perfect teams are there, the game just hasn't got a clue what to do. And they've thrown so many Man City players in there, even though Man City have just been relegated and come back up. Absolute carnage going on over here. The Footballer of the Year. Has anyone won it twice? Chelsea winger 4 has won it twice. And that's it. And top goal scorer. Well, Newcastle forward 2 has won it a couple of times. Only been capped once by England. He has been the Golden Boot winner for the last 3 seasons, and he's still barely made an England appearance. How many caps have we got going on? Look up here, we've got a centre midfield 1 for Liverpool, has got 78 caps, 38 goals. Got some of these players have been capped absolutely loads. A lot of players have been capped though, at least once. 103 people have been capped for England in this experiment. Very interesting. There doesn't seem to be too much retraining position. Man City centre midfield 3 has been retrained as a centre back. Chelsea fullback 3 can play attacking midfield ish. There's not been too much retraining of positions, and there's not needed to be, has there? Because they've got perfect players in every position. There's no need to retrain players. Not stopped some of them though, has it? Each their own. Anyway, let's jump forward. Another 15 to 2047. So I'm just going to jump to this screen. English division, English Premier Division. Right, we're in 2047. We're back. Hello, gang. It's gone up from 2nd to 1st. How on earth has the Premier Division not been first? I'm expecting less than 50% of the European trophies to have been won in the last 15 years by Premier Division teams. So at least 8 of each competition to be won by foreign opposition. And I bet that's not the case. Yeah, we're back here when Newcastle won it, and then the following season Brentford took their first league title, actually getting the league title on 68 points. The tightest top to bottom I think there's ever been in the Premier League. 37 points was dead bottom for Forest. 43 Leicester went down with. Arsenal just missing out on relegation. 10 teams getting into Europe. Man City getting into the Conference League, finishing 9th. We had Southampton, our team of the save game, in 4th. And then Man United took the league title the following season. It was the 3 that came up went straight back down. Then Arsenal, who've staved off relegation a few times in recent seasons, have actually gone down now, getting Europa League football at the same time. Man City just avoiding relegation. Again, Newcastle winning the title on 68 points. Brighton going down with 44 points. Southampton finishing 17th here on 52 points. That's insane. 18 points off winning the league. Newcastle won it, by the way. And Newcastle won it again with Forest in 2nd. Liverpool, Villa and Fulham going down. Man United getting Champions League football and narrowly avoiding relegation by 37 points. Literally 37 points. Add 37 points, they get to 82. So United are actually closer to the league leaders than relegation. So when I say narrowly avoiding in 17th, they're close to the league leaders. Southampton back up in 13th, and we had City, Arsenal, Chelsea all up there. Because Liverpool went down the season before. I was just going to say, where were Liverpool? Well, they went down the season before. And then, of course, now they're back, getting Champions League football, finishing 2nd. Everton winning the league on 66 points. Man United and Chelsea going down. United going down on 48 points, narrowly falling behind Man City. We've got 49. And Arsenal on 49. But Everton then won the league. Forest then won the league. Chelsea, Wolves and Arsenal going down. Man United back up. I think the momentum of coming back up from the Championship propels you on and gets you right back up the table. Palace have won that season. Palace have won again. Then it's Man United. United again. And Chelsea, followed by United, a top 2 of United and City. The season preview stated Everton were 201 to 1 on. Interestingly, I wonder, a lot of these players are all still playing for England, even though they're 41. 20 caps, 19 goals. I'm thinking that most of the England team have retired from international football, and then a lot of the players that weren't getting capped have then now come in. Everton centre midfield 6. That, okay, 128 caps. Doesn't work. Who did I click on before? Here we go. Man United winger 3. Milestones. First international cap against Germany, age 39. So yeah, some people are genuinely retired, almost certainly. There we go then. We've got, there's the previous winners of the Premier League in the save game. Newcastle have probably won the most at a glance. Everton have come through recently. Palace, United, Southampton I've got a soft spot for because they were the first ones to sort of go on a little bit of domination. I hope they come back. Carabao Cup, Palace have won a few. It's all been shared about. The FA Cup, again, being shared about. I don't think anyone's won it back to back, have they? Palace have won it back to back there. Yeah, pretty dominant. Back to the Conference League then. So as we said back in 2032, we've got Man City, Arsenal, Palace, Forest, Wolfsburg and Nantes. So probably no English teams were in it these 2 seasons. Bournemouth then beat Atalanta, HSV, Rosenborg, West Ham beat Sevilla, Leeds, Napoli, West Ham, Leicester, Wolves. So loads for the English teams. And the Europa League since 2032 has been won by Wolves, Everton, Villa, Palace United, Brentford, Leeds, Brighton, Bournemouth, Tottenham, Fulham, Wolves, Fulham, Leicester. So no team has not won it from England in the Europa League. So now we need the English league to drop in coefficient ranking and to drop its competition reputation behind the German league. I'd expect at least 10 Champions Leagues to be going to Germany here. Well then, 3 for Newcastle. Southampton won it in 2032-33, taking their 4th. Nottingham Forest won 4 in a row. We've also won another one up here. So Nottingham Forest now have 8 Champions Leagues with Mikel Arteta in charge. Andrew Villas-Boas in charge of Arsenal. There you go. Football of the year then, Everton winger 3 seems to be coming through and doing quite well with it. 3 caps, 2 goals for him. When are we moving? We are in 2072. Should we go to 2072? Round this off. When were we last here? Here? When United and City, yeah, top 2. Following season, Liverpool. Again, the teams that have come up have just gone straight back down. This is probably always going to happen. And maybe underestimated how dominant it would be. So I was hoping there was going to be a few more. Cardiff, 3 draws, 6 goals all season. And they were against, 4 of them against Huddersfield and Swansea. They only got 2 goals in the other 36 games. That would have been a bleak season for a Cardiff fan, wouldn't it? Anyway, so then Newcastle, you know what? So then we could rattle through these a bit quicker because there's 25 years to go through. So Liverpool won the title. Then we've got Newcastle, Chelsea getting relegated, Palace getting relegated as well. Palace winning a lot of stuff recently, getting relegated. Quite a high points total Newcastle winning it here and quite a low points total to go down with. Very weird to say that 42 points is a low points total, but you've seen it. Newcastle again, United bounced back, and again it's Chelsea going down. Newcastle not even in Europe over here. Bournemouth, Wolves then won with Arsenal, Leicester and Liverpool going down. Oof, very tight round the bottom. Fulham, Tottenham, Southampton getting relegated but getting Europa League football. Arsenal relegated again. We've got Liverpool winning the title back here. Right, I'm going to Blackburn. Played 38, lost 38. They did get 9 goals in the season, but they got no points. Eagle-eyed viewers, let me know if that is the first time that's happened, because I can't remember noticing it, although I might have paid as much attention because I'm trying to rattle through this quite quickly. Look at how many teams scored over 100 goals as well. You had mid-table Bournemouth getting 102 goals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams over 100 goals. And then league leaders and league winners, Liverpool, only got 99. Absolute madness. Absolute madness. I mean, of course, a lot of these goals and this goal difference is being bolstered by playing these teams down here, conceding insane amounts of goals. Swansea getting 4 wins. I'll beat Huddersfield and Blackburn, and then, Huddersfield just beat Blackburn. Yeah, okay, sorry. Right, anyway, let's move on. So Brentford then won the league. Arsenal going down again. A lot of yo-yoing for Arsenal. Back to United, and then Huddersfield who come back up, and they 5 points. Fair play, Huddersfield. Sorry, United have won the league here. Yeah, following season, relegated and bottom. Fulham winning the league on 68 points. Then it was Liverpool who took their turn winning the league, and Southampton haven't done a lot, have they, in recent times? Southampton actually went down with United there. Didn't notice that. I was too busy shocked at United, previous league winners. That's what can happen. Southampton relegated again after they came back up. They seem to have fallen away. There goes Leeds with their is that their first league title? Not sure. Difficult to keep up. Fulham again. United getting relegated. All 3 teams relegated on 41 points. Tottenham going down as well. Bournemouth. Blackburn got back up and got 5 points this time, making a much better showing of themselves. West Ham then taking the league title. Newcastle relegated with Tottenham and Leicester. Fulham again. Palace back to winning ways, with Chelsea, Forest and City going down. Everton winning the league again, then Newcastle. We're nearly at present day, gang. Aston Villa, Everton, and the most recent winners were West Ham. So let's have a quick look down at past winners. And I think we're looking at the Blues on the right hand side. Crystal Palace have only got 3. Everton have got 4. Fulham have got 5. There's 3 for Liverpool, 1 for City, 1 for United, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Newcastle. Wow. 10 is that? Yeah, 10. 10 for Newcastle. Southampton got 4. That was very pretty early on. So Newcastle, in terms of the Premier Division, have won the most. So in terms of the trophies then, Carabao Cups, I'm not going to dwell too much on the Carabao Cup. Fulham won a few. Yeah, it's been spread around quite a bit. I'm looking really to see any team that's not a Premier League team who's got to the final against all odds. And there just isn't any, is there? There literally just isn't any. FA Cup, same sort of thing. Anyone, if you notice anything, anyone, gang, if anyone notices anything, do leave it in the comments down below. I'm trying to skim through this as fast as possible because I know this video's probably rumbled on quite a while. I'm already at 37 minutes for recording. Southampton won the FA Cup in the most recent season, so they are back amongst the trophies. Speaking of Southampton, I know they've won a Champions League. So, Conference League then. I'm not too fussed about the Conference League because we weren't in the Conference League sometimes, were we? So, yeah, Europa League then. Lots of Europa League wins. Not one Europa League win was from anyone that wasn't English, as expected, really. And the Champions Leagues, yeah, we were last here in 2047 when Newcastle then went on back-to-back to win it. Got United, Leeds, West Ham with a couple, Fulham with 5 in 6 years. Newcastle losing 3 finals in a row. Heartbreak for them. Fulham another 3. 8 Champions Leagues for Fulham in the space of 13 years, with only 5 Premier Divisions. Aston Villa with a couple of Champions Leagues, and most recently back-to-back for Everton with Fulham being runner-up. In terms of England, surely they've still got a squad full of players in their 60s. 2 caps, 1 goal. A first international cap against Ukraine, age 66. So if we look at the shortlist, we look at the international caps. We've got Everton fullback 3, who, when did he retire from international football? On the 9th of the 7th, 2056, so 16 years ago. Is there a way of getting international retirement? I can't seem to see national team, the international retirement, but we look at Chelsea fullback 3, when did he retire from international football? 2054, again, 18 years ago. So they were still like in the mid-40s. Still lots of players knocking about. Bournemouth centre-back 4, retired in 2050, but you've still got loads of players for England. Ibrahima Bamba's in charge. You've still got a majority of the team is these perfect players. I mean, in terms of 14 World Cups, obviously, they've won the last 13 World Cups. Beating France 7-0 in the final. Let's have a look at the Golden Boot. 13 goals. Can we get one with 20? 12 goals. 14. 18 for Fulham forward 1. 21 for Everton forward 3. He got 21 goals in 7 appearances in the 2042 World Cup. And in second place, on 14 goals, was Newcastle forward 1, which he would have won the Golden Boot in. Oh, it says here on the right hand side. I wasn't even looking at that. I was looking up here. Didn't see the goal said there. Well, the 21 is just above the screen, so the drama's gone. That's the best all the way through. We've got 18 down here for Southampton forward 2. But yeah, look at that. 14 would have won him the Golden Boot in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other tournaments, and had him drawing that one. Very impressive for England. Euros, again, 12. I think that's just 12 in a row. It is 12 in a row. And the top goal scorer throughout that was Newcastle forward 1 on 13. 170 caps, 204 goals. He retired from international football in 2048, so 24 years ago. He was an absolute superstar. And if I just move over to the other side, lots of goals, lots of assists, 7.28 over his career. In terms of the Footballer of the Year, I'm just looking down here at Premier League clubs. Anyone who wasn't at a Premier League club won it. No one since the first season, and Vinicius Jr. Let's look at the Golden Ball. Wow, look at this. Man United winger 3 did well, didn't he? His bravery's gone down. 92 caps, 92 goals for England. Nice little era of domination for him. World Team of the Year then. All seasons. Jude Bellingham has somehow got himself in there. And who's this? Carlos Rincon. You cheeky little sod. This regen, we can't even see any attributes for. We all know Jude Bellingham's going to be one of the best players he's going to be one of the best players in the world, if not already. So him being there is sort of like fair play. We've got another keeper. We've got Craig Middleton, who come through in 2041 to 43 at South Shields, regen faced, and spent his entire career at Juventus, which I don't really get because Juventus haven't won any European trophies. But anyway, that's it. That's the end of this experiment. If you've enjoyed this, gang, do drop a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below of anything that you think I should have gone and deep dived into and looked over. And if you want this save file, DM me on Twitter and I'll send it over at any stage. Start, middle, end, wherever you want. But yeah, that's it. That's the end of this experiment. Been a long one. Hope you've enjoyed it. Like I say, like the video, subscribe to the channel and all that jazz. Take care of yourselves. I've been watching stuff on the channel. Go and watch this video. What a corker. Whatever YouTube puts over there. Best for viewer, I always click. So yeah, this video is best for you. Check it out.